Brooke and I not only talk about BetterHelp on this podcast, we tell our friends, we tell our family, for my niece, for my sister. We really, really believe in taking care of our mental health and you taking care of yours. So we really love BetterHelp for that reason. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed, which is so important because we don't always mesh with the same people. We have that option to change if it's not going well. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/reps. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps.
We're doing it live.
No plans, no plans.
Let the people see what is actually in our brains.
Really here.
This is how professionals do podcasts. Don't plan a goddamn thing.
We don't.
All right,
Sometimes
guys.
we do.
Hey, welcome to Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna.
And
We're
Dana.
rolling. And Dana.
Special best friend
Dana.
guest.
Special guest. Dana Linn Bailey.
And we're going to play What's Behind My Back in an English accent.
Next up on
Is it
Between the Reps, we have Dana
peanut
playing
butter?
What's Behind My Back.
Is it a tube of chopstick?
Can you eat it?
I think you said a tube of chopstick.
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 It's a chopstick.
Chopstick.
Is it a cut? They have no idea what
I know.
we're talking
They're
about.
so
Actually,
confused.
so if
We've
you
talked
guys,
about it on here.
we've actually we came up with this game on accident in a podcast that we did at Brooke's parents' house like a while ago. And Brooke had said something, and if any of you guys remember,
If you're a longtime listener,
you might remember this. So Brooke had said something, and then I said, "What did you say?" And then she told me, I can't remember what it was, and I said, "Oh, I thought you said what's behind my back."
and
Then she was like,
what's behind my back?
So we have been we were celebrating Dana's birthday. We can go back to the beginning for that. But it was awesome because we were all together at this campsite and a bunch of us, I can't remember how many people were there. Maybe 10, maybe more. And we decided to play What's Behind My Back.
I think the best part
And
is
it
that
everyone was so down
but it was
for
like a few of us at first, right?
Yeah.
Because they were
And it
doing.
just kept growing.
There was a drive-in movie, and a few of us. When I say a few, there were like 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah.
We weren't watching the movie. We were over at our campsite. We were just sitting around the fire. We were trying to decide, like, what are we going to do? And I think me and Jeanna were like, hey, let's play What's Behind My Back. So we just start being like, all right, guys, we're going to play What's Behind My Back. And I just stood up, very excited. I had been drinking. And I look at Jeanna. I was like, all right. And I just I'm like starting to play it. And everyone around is like, well, I don't get it. And Gina's like, we should probably explain what we're doing.
Yeah, what are the rules?
So we tell them what we're playing.
It's
and
simple.
they all just jump in. And so like Dana and Rob and Matt, Bonnie, a bunch of other, the other people that were watching the movie come into the campsite and we're like full blown playing What's Behind My Back. And they're like, what are you guys doing? We're like, oh, we're playing What's Behind My Back. And at this point we've got lots of rules. We've got like different rules for where you got your item from. So first it started out where there was just a table.
Only a table.
There was a table with like where all of our food and silverware and cups and things were at. And it was like, okay, you just have to go grab something from the table. None of us will look.
Yeah, hide it.
And then it turned into like, okay, how about you go to your trailer?
And that's when you got 10 questions.
Oh, yeah.
You got stopped counting
Right.
questions.
Yeah.
Then we were just
We
like
were making up rules as it went along.
committed to trying to figure out what was behind their back.
Brant was excellent.
Yeah, Brant,
host.
your video.
Yeah,
Oh,
Matt and Bonnie's video
Matt and
guy.
Bonnie's.
Matt and Bonnie's. Yeah.
he was
He
great.
was awesome. Started
So
doing it.
then each round we were trying to do different accents, but English accent was probably
Held,
the best.
yeah. Held
We're
the
all
strongest.
from London.
I hope there's people listening to this like, I don't know where that accent's from that they're from. Like,
Yeah.
they're from the
We're
UK.
actually from the UK, and that is not what
You
that
know,
sounds like.
We're just doing our best here. We're
We are.
American. We're American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
American.
It always goes like, for me, it's like, it'll go from English to like Australian. But I don't
Mate.
I don't know the different like dialects where like what makes it so different.
Yeah.
Or inflection or things like that. So really it's just anything whatever comes out. We just
Is
rolled
it
with it.
Peanut butter.
I think all my accents just come with like one sentence. It's like do an Australian accent. I'm like, put another shrimp on the barbie. Or it's like my French accent is like, bitches dressing.
That would have been a good one if we did.
But I literally can't say anything else.
Yeah.
But those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
or
my
else
God.
like
I don't think
I
I could either.
Yeah. So anyway,
Do you want to explain how to play?
No.
We've already explained.
We
how to
already,
play.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
It's pretty. You find an object, you put it behind your back, and
you hide
then
it, and people ask questions.
you
guess it.
ask questions. So
Give them a limited amount of questions.
A limited
to guess
amount.
It. Yeah. You could do teams if you wanted. We didn't. You know.
Yeah. One
If
of
they
our
get
questions was, "Can the kangaroo steal it?"
Yeah,
I
Bart.
was like, Bart.
Wait,
Bart
what?
was so good.
Bart, like we
What?
had already established that it was an item from the kitchen, and Bart goes, "Would you find it under your bed?"
Is it curtains?
Is it curtains?
Is it a microwave?
Do you? I know
Oh my
you
God.
said
Yeah,
it's not peanut butter, but I just want to be sure.
Just-
Is it peanut butter?
I know. And then Bonnie kept saying, we don't
We
have
don't
any
have
peanut butter.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah, it was fun.
was the best.
But yeah, so you want to explain why we were there?
Yeah, so we had planned a trip to surprise Dana for her birthday. We were trying
38 guys.
we were trying to find like
old.
where do we go? Because we had planned, her birthday was right before we all were going to be in Salt Lake City for FitCon, and trying to find a place like on the, over in Utah or near here.
We were supposed to have our rig. We were supposed to already be there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because we were going to go watch Matt and Dan race in Bryce Canyon.
were
And then
running.
we were just going to, well, I didn't know there was anything else going on after that. And then we were going to hang out in Salt Lake. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
But Kai was supposed to be there.
Oh.
Man.
Pillow version was.
But we had a rough week. I lost some goats to a grizzly bear. So plans changed.
Yeah.
And we flew out.
Yeah,
But he
dude.
wouldn't tell me. So he's like, do you want to know your birthday present? I'm like, well, yeah, what is it? It's my birthday. And he's like, okay, well, you need to pack. I was like, all right. I get excited because I like to travel, but he wouldn't tell me like where we were going.
And what did he say to you? Like when you're like, what do I pack? He's
so
like,
that's what confused me because he's like, okay, so I was like, what's the weather? Where are we going to go? Like, do I need hot clothes, warm clothes, or cold clothes? And he's like, well, the weather's going to be like Montana. It's going to be really hot during the day and cold at night. I was like, okay, got that. Check. We're going to probably do some hiking or camp. Like, I thought we were going on, I thought we were camping.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in tents and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just me and him. And I knew that we were flying there. So Rob is a pilot now, which was the coolest thing. Because he's
your
never
maiden voyage, right?
It was our
first,
maiden voyage out of Montana. So I've flown with him, and this was like his biggest flight. He hasn't left Montana. He's gone all over the place. But this was like the first, like, hey, we're going to go here, and then we have to stop for gas, and then we keep going. And it was
Very cool.
It was really cool.
Little nerve-wracking.
But he wouldn't tell me. And then the thing that confused me, he's like, those hats that you wear, and GG Pip hats. I don't know if anyone knows them, but super cool in Whitefish. Everyone wears them, and I love them only because I wore yours.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You're
That's
the
And what did
first.
Bonnie call it? She calls it the Instagram hat?
The Instagram hat.
It is the Instagram hat.
He's like,
Yes.
you're gonna want one of those Instagram hats. I was like, no, wait. So we're camping, hiking.
But I need
But I need
hat?
Instagram hats. So he's like, well, you might want to look cute. There's going to be a lot of picture opportunities. I was like, okay. So I packed really odd. I didn't wear any of the clothes that I packed. None of them. And I just knew we were flying. And then halfway I saw him change the next point. I was like, oh, Escalante, Utah. I have no idea where that's at. I knew I was going to Utah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for all you know, it could have been like a very small airport that's easier for him to get to or something around the vicinity of Salt Lake.
So we land and we're like tying down, we're getting all this stuff tied down, and the airport usually has like a guy that runs it, and he comes down like little hillbilly guy with a chihuahua
He had a
in his
chihuahua
front pocket. It
Of
was
his overalls.
overalls.
Yeah.
And he's talking to us, and then all of a sudden like we see 3 cars up, because I'm like, how are we gonna get like are we hiking out of here? Because I really thought we were just on like, he's like, well, don't pack too much. You're probably only going to want to bring a backpack. I was like, but I have my Instagram hat. How am I? So I'm going to hold it next to me? Like, so I thought we were like hiking out of there. Because we were going to bring our one wheels, but they're too heavy. So he has to do like weight and balance, and he didn't want to do weight and balance. So do you know what a one wheel is?
Yeah.
They're so sick.
Yeah, I do.
So we're going to start packing them. And like when we land, we just get on one wheels and go.
Just take off.
Yeah, take off.
Very cool.
So then 3 cars show up. And so you guys might not know this, but super illegal.
Yeah,
We found out after.
Well, he's the one that let you in. He just like hit the button. Because Rob, he was like, oh, do you guys know them? And Rob was like, yeah. I'm like, wait, we know 3 cars?
We know them?
Who are these strangers? And you guys come speeding down.
We did.
Like crisscrossing.
Jeanna was out the sunroof of my Raptor.
Out the sunroof, like screaming. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I see Matt, and then I see Bart. I was like, what? I like cried. It was pretty cool.
It was really cool because Matt had made all these shirts.
Yeah,
right? It was Matt that made them. Matt Bonnie.
Yeah.
Made these shirts with Dana's face on it,
like shoving cake in my mouth.
Cake in her mouth. Yeah. We all had matching shirts on. So
it was. Yeah, I've never had like a surprise like that. I don't think ever.
Well, everyone was trying to figure out if you actually knew, like had a suspicion.
No, the weird thing is, I was just watching Bonnie's story. I was like, wow, they're somewhere cool. Like, I just assumed that they were still in Bryce Canyon doing their own thing, and we'd meet back up in Salt Lake.
Right.
It's just what I knew. And then I even talked to Dan, because he's like, hey, when do you guys get to Salt Lake? I'm like, I think we arrive, because he was like, oh, I'll see you Friday. I was like, no, I think we're getting there Thursday. So I think he was trying to push me off.
Right.
So
divert you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys weren't posting anything.
No.
Okay, here's the thing. I knew it was a surprise. And I remember we were there.
We got there a day before.
Yeah, a day before.
Before you
and like everyone was like taking photos and posting on social, and I was just I was just dark on social because I'm like, what am I gonna post? I'm like, I guarantee I'm like, even if she knows that it's something and that it's like giving it away because she's watching Bonnie in their story, I'm like, or I haven't talked to her about anything besides like, you know, being a FitCon.
I was like, oh, can't wait to see you. And you're like, I'll see you on the 4th.
Yeah, I know.
See you in July.
Your birthday on the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and Jeanna, I did not
guys
post
are tricky
for a while. And then we surprised Dana. We loaded up. And then we went off to this really, really cool campsite that apparently it's only been open for 6 weeks, called Yonder.
Yeah, Stay Yonder.
Stay Yonder.
Yeah, if you guys want somewhere really cool to stay Yonder. They have Airstreams, like hollowed out Airstreams, super simple. And I forget what the name of those, drop cabins drop structures. I think it's called drop structure. Coolest little cabins ever.
They have a drive-in movie theater, but you don't take your car. They have a bunch of really old cars that are all sat out there. They have speakers in the back seat. They have a Airstream that's for concessions. So when the movies are playing, you go out, it's first come, first serve. You pick a car.
Yeah.
And you have concessions. And the pool wasn't open, but they've built a pool as well. They have the little store up front where you check in, you can buy
really expensive s'mores.
Very expensive.
Like $14 s'mores.
Yeah.
S'mores kits.
And they have like meal kits too. Yeah. That's kind of what a lot of the people that came, what they did is they just would get like the meal kits for dinner, and it came with like meat and vegetables you could put on the fire. Me and Jeanna though
came prepared.
Yeah, because
super prepared.
We're camping.
We're just prepared, you know? I had told Rob, I had said, hey, if there's anything that you want, like to have, like because we were planning on, like before everything happened with the goats, I was planning on us trying to just get there before you guys all got there. And I'm like, if there's anything you want to have in there, like surprise wise, let me know. and I'll get it. And then like, we'll get there before you and we'll put it in your trailer. He's like, okay. And I never heard, he never told me anything.
He's bad with keeping,
He never told me anything, which wasn't a big deal.
We were also, that week was just, I don't think he was doing anything.
And then I'm so used to like as a group, planning somewhat of like food, drinks.
Like, you guys bring this, you guys bring that.
Right. Yeah.
And there was not really any of that. So it was so funny, my mom right before we left, I knew that me and Jeanna would bring like snacks we wanted.
Shout out to your mom.
Yes.
She is the best.
Leslie she's the queen of camping.
And she
prepping.
She can do it for big groups. Like she's a champion. But we were going to get snacks and things we knew we would want to have. We'd get drinks and stuff. But my mom, like the day before or 2 days before we were leaving St. George, she's like, what are you guys doing for food? And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't really know, no one, I had asked Matt like what everyone was doing. There wasn't really like an answer. So I said, we'll probably get like some sandwich stuff.
They lived off of chips. They literally ate chips the entire time.
My mom like made a big batch of chicken salad. We had pasta salad. She goes, you can do hobo dinners. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, what else would be really easy? And I was like, Mom, do you have a small crock pot you don't really care about? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, cool. I was like, we'll do your Mexican crock pot chicken. I'm like, because we're in Airstreams, we have power. Yeah. Like we can just set it and forget it.
Add a little mini. Yeah.
The old set it and forget it.
So me and Jeanna kept just having, certain things that, we'd get a text, the group text, like, all right, let's all eat.
We're going to get pizza.
And me and Jeanna, and I'd have to text ask and be like, oh no, me and Jeanna are good. We brought our food. And at one point they came in our trailer and Matt's like, you have a fucking crock pot? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
Why not?
Like, I know it makes no sense, but like normally if you're camping, you don't do crock pot because you don't have power like that.
But
we're in Airstreams. Yeah. We're at a place with Airstreams, outdoor beautiful showers, laundry on site. I would drive in movie theater. I'm like,
glamping.
It was glamping.
Glamping.
Yeah. No, it was a very cool spot. I loved it.
Brooke and I not only talk about BetterHelp on this podcast, we tell our friends, we tell our family. For my niece, for my sister, we really, really believe in taking care of our mental health and you taking care of yours. So we really love BetterHelp for that reason. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed, which is so important because we don't always mesh with the same people. We have that option to change if it's not going well. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling and financial aid is available. And this is not self-help. This is professional counselors who are specialized in so many different things: depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief, self-esteem, you name it, they can help you out. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/reps. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps.
Really awesome hikes everywhere. There's a reservoir close by, although it wasn't super close for us when we went to drive to it.
We went over the hog back.
We went to the hog back.
We get like a Matt sent us a pin just so we knew where we were going because we all drove different vehicles. And for some reason, he's the only one that got to where we were supposed to go, which was literally 5 minutes away from where we were staying.
We drove an hour away.
Our car and then Bart's car, it was
all
like we drove.
The same place.
We had the pin, and it took us literally 45 minutes or more in the complete opposite direction. And it wasn't until all of a sudden we're driving, we're on my dad called it the hogback, but what was the name of it?
It was the
Devil's Backbone.
The Devil's Backbone.
And it's a very high point and it's a very windy road, drops on both sides. And we're going and I'm looking and it says 0.3 miles left. And I'm thinking like, where the fuck? There's nothing up here for one. And then two, all of a sudden it just starts, you get the wheel and it just starts redirecting, and all of us, we stop. And I'm like, I think we went the wrong way.
Yeah, but there had been no turns.
There were no turns.
No turns. But there's reservoirs, tons of hikes. Out there too, you can like rent ATVs. You can rent, and you know what's so funny, you guys? It sounds like we're just doing an ad for this place. We have no connection to this place.
None. We definitely paid. Full price.
We paid a lot.
We didn't get the Steve Cook.
Yeah, there were no discounts.
No, we didn't get that discount.
We didn't get the discount.
I don't even know how to get a discount.
I don't
like
either.
That.
I think you just have to ask sometimes, and I don't.
Yeah, no.
No, I just want to give you money because I like your place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I want you to keep it going.
Yeah, and give you a little shout out.
Recommendation: if you have blonde hair,
Oh, the showers will turn it.
yes, the water
Is very hard.
it's
It had like iron in it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
It's got
a lot of iron.
got some minerals in there.
Yeah.
My hair, very coppery.
Turned orange.
It was
Yeah.
it was pretty
It was-
orange.
Yeah.
It was a nice strawberry blonde.
My sister luckily grabbed some like a product that has purple. It's like purple shampoo, but it's supposed to be for pulling all that off your hair. My mom brought it to me, and it's worked a little bit.
I think it worked a
A
lot.
lot less
Yeah.
orange.
A lot less.
For sure. For a second there, I
if
thought it was going to
you-
be purple.
Yes.
I walk in the bathroom and she's in the shower and it's all in her hair. And I'm like, is that going to wash out?
And I was like,
all purple.
I was like, I mean,
I hope
maybe
so.
not.
I hope so.
Now you have
Maybe
purple
not.
hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stay Yonder. Check it out on Instagram. It's beautiful.
Escalante.
Very cool.
Or is it Escalante?
I say Escalante or Escalante.
Yeah.
Escalante.
Yeah.
But
Escalante.
some people,
Escalante.
Gina was saying
Well, I thought it was
Escalante.
Escalante. No, Escalante.
Oh yeah.
Escalante.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from Utah, so we pronounce things without the T
Escalante.
sometimes. Escalante.
Old Escalante.
Yeah, up there in
Yeah,
old
heading-
Escalante, you
heading out
go to
there.
the Stay Yonder place with the Airstreams.
Yeah, out there, highly recommend you bring your own food though.
Yep. Crock pots. Bring your crock pot.
Everybody, bring your crock pot.
Yeah, and now we're sitting in a hotel room, but I'll tell you what I brought to the hotel room from our trip. A lot of bruises.
Oh,
A lot of bruises.
A lot of bruises.
Gina one night fell off her chair 4 times.
she did backwards.
Backwards. In her 4 times. Not once. 4 times.
4 times.
Yep.
Okay,
It was-
I was drunk. Obviously, everybody
No.
knows that.
No, you
But-
weren't. I had
100%
no
drunk.
idea.
I know. But well, no. So the first night, I was told to do an expression session,
And it was amazing.
and thank you so much. And it was for Dana's birthday.
It was like 2 hours
It was
long.
like 2 hours long. And for those of you who don't know what an expression session is, somebody just throws on some music and then you just express yourself to it. So we did that, but I was doing a lot of groundwork.
Yes.
Yeah.
Groundwork
Yeah.
was,
knee work.
yes.
Yeah. So I woke up the next morning with bruises all over my knees. And then the next night, I kept trying to like scooch my chair back from because the fire was
And
in my
just
face.
completely
and I
fell
just
backwards.
kept falling right back over. And yeah, I think I finally gave up.
You did. You sat on the ground.
Yeah.
And yelled at everyone, don't help me. Don't leave me here.
Because at that point, you had just fallen out so many times that she was like, slightly embarrassed.
Don't look.
Didn't want to like put anyone out by having them come over to help her.
Oh
Like
my
fix her
God.
chair, stand back up.
Yeah. So I'm pretty beat up at this point. But
Also,
yeah.
Also, peed in the sink.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you, Dana, for bringing that up.
Hopefully no one from Stay Yonder's listening to this. Gina peed in your sink.
Oh my God.
The first one was sexy, though.
Oh, yeah.
It was-
Brooke
yeah.
has pictures.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. She outed you by saying the first one.
Yeah. I have no idea why.
Well,
because I could have just peed outside. Well,
It-
so the first night we were all together, Brooke and Dana would just
yeah.
they just
Yeah,
sit their butts on the bottom step and kind of hang their butt
yeah.
over it and pee on the ground
Yeah, it was nice.
because the bathroom was kind of a walk,
Yeah.
not even far.
And that's
there's
what you do.
snakes on the ground,
Yeah,
You could step on a snake.
That's
Yeah.
what you do. You sit your
So-
butt at the edge of like a step, so then you can just sit there. You're not squatting.
Yeah.
Can like really reach your feet out in front of you or out to the sides. You don't get your pee all over your feet.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, you know what, guys? I'm going to go pee off the step too. So I went some for some reason, just sat on the step.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you sat in your pee?
I sent you guys a video of it.
Oh.
I sat on the step, but not far enough over. And so I just basically pissed the step and myself. And so I guess the next night in my drunkenness, I was like, you know what? I don't want to pee off the step again. So I was like, I'll just pee in the sink.
It's all going to the same place.
Yeah, it's all going to the same place. So I pee in the sink. Brooke, she's like amazed by the amount of force that I'm peeing against the sink.
It's just the
strong current. Dude, strong current.
At a strong stream. So
she was peeing and I'm looking at her and it's just like, and I literally was like, I was like, oh my God, I
just can't stop.
I can't stop watching.
I can't look away.
I'm like,
yeah. No, and so then, did you walk in when I was in the sink? Yes.
When you had your legs
sitting there,
your legs. I don't know. That's awesome. Your legs.
You had your legs.
We called it something else, but that may be inappropriate.
Yeah.
She looked really funny.
Yes.
I looked really funny.
Long.
So I had sat. The first time I was smart and I kind of like held my butt up as I was peeing. The second time I just sat in the sink with my legs hanging over.
And there were knives in there.
This is what she says to me. She says to me, she goes, "Is there a knife in here? Something's poking my butt."
There were 3 knives in there.
Hey, guess what? It was the same knife we were cutting everyone's steaks with.
Hope you enjoyed.
Hope you liked it.
Oh my
God. Yeah.
Something else, if you do go there, which also I think is important if you go camping. Okay. If you go camping, but you have power, a light. So
light.
Yeah.
Some
sort of light that you can still see what you're doing if you're cooking outside.
Headlamp.
Headlamps.
Yeah, I mean,
or just like those
headlamps
portable
would be good,
ones.
but like
yeah.
Yeah, because there's ones that you can actually light up the whole area. So if you're with a group, you can like play games through.
Yeah.
We wanted to play Liar's Dice.
Oh yeah,
but it was really hard. You couldn't see. It was really dark.
Yeah.
Great star watching though.
Oh man,
and the sunsets. Oh
just
my gosh.
Beautiful out there. Incredible. But yeah, no, it was a great time. Dana was surprised, so mission accomplished.
We left. We drove Dana and Rob up to their airplane,
and then we
said goodbye. And then me and Jeanna drove 4.5 hours, and they were in Salt Lake in like
an hour.
Yeah.
Actually, we stopped. That was the first time I was like scared in a while. So he checks, and normally you can check the wings, so the gas is in the wings, and like he check by like putting something in it to see how high it is. And it's like, oh, it looks fine. So we like took off, and right away, like these flashing lights come on, like low fuel.
Oh,
It's like, oh my God.
Oh, I'd be panicking. I'd be worse than I was in the car the whole time.
So we ended up, we like found the airport 20 minutes away, landed, refueled, and then
why did you think you had enough? If there wasn't enough in there,
because he normally just looks and
okay.
There's something he uses that
so it really was low.
Yeah, I guess because we did stop, and I think it holds like 40 gallons on each side, and we put 30 on the one side.
Oh wow!
So which also made our landing really weird. So our landing was a little sketch. I shouldn't even say this. It was amazing, but like I feel like it was off balance because his plane pulls from the one side a little bit more than the other. So. Yeah, we landed and then took off again. Yeah, I didn't like seeing any flashing red lights. There's a little beep that kept coming on. I was like, can we just land, please? I don't like these sirens.
I would be the worst passenger.
He was just like, we're fine. We're fine. Like, he's so calm and cool. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm just freaking out. I'm like, just get us to the airport.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel like dying.
Yeah.
Not today. Not today. I had such a great couple days.
And now we're in Salt Lake.
Yeah. But yeah,
FitCon starts
it would have
today.
been like just an hour flight. Simple hour flight.
Dude, so easy.
So nice. I mean, our car ride was fine.
Yeah.
Scenic.
Just sing.
Probably
just
scenic.
sing in the car the whole time.
Well, we were.
Yeah.
And we sing, but also we have a couple different versions of singing.
Yeah. We just make sounds.
We do. Just make sounds. And what's so fun, Jeanna goes, after we had been doing it a while, she goes, we need to what if we just had a camera up in here?
Oh,
just basically capturing what's going on.
Or the fact that we don't know any of the words.
We don't.
Oh.
Or like every other word.
Don't.
Yeah.
Just sounded
I just want to play it back just to see what I'm saying.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. We really appreciate you and want to stay connected with you. So please rate, review, and subscribe to help this podcast grow.
And if you like the podcast, get the word out.
And now back to the show.
But yeah, no, it was, so we're all here for FitCon. And now you guys get to go work out and meet
out
people
in 100-degree weather.
That's gonna be fun. What's your workout?
Well, we're gonna get there and kind of see what the situation is, equipment availability, who's all training. Dana, you're gonna do some demo stuff with some of the pieces that you guys are giving away, right?
Yeah, just the back one, I think. It's a good sick. So Prime Fitness USA donated a bunch of equipment for us to use, and instead of having them drive it back, they're like, hey, that's just like, you can donate it to whoever. So we're donating it to one of the gyms that has always taken care of us, Lift at Station Park. So if you're ever in Salt Lake, head to Lift at Station Park. They're going to get a couple really, really good pieces of equipment. My favorite thing from Prime is their Extreme Row. So it's, I don't even know how to explain it, but like on every machine, like if you go on like a hammer strength machine, there's always, as you pull, it either gets like lighter at the top or it's like lighter and you just get that middle range. So what they do, Prime does, you can over exaggerate. So you can make, let's say you're doing a row, you can make it super heavy at the beginning and then lighter at the end.
Oh, cool.
And then you can switch
so you can adjust it.
Yeah, you can adjust by just switching like where you put plates. So they make some really, really cool, innovative stuff. So, awesome. And then we're donating it. And then I'm donating one of the things. It's a little home gym. Their home gym, it's pulley. Like just a little pulley system, but you can do so much on it. So Brooke's getting that. Yes. So thanks, Prime.
Why don't you actually, I mean, by the time this comes out, FitCon will be over.
Already over.
It comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But talk about how it started, how you got into FitCon and what your vision was for it, and so we can get tons more people there for the next event.
People that don't know what it is.
Oh, so FitCon is just, it's a fitness expo. It's always been in FitCon, Utah. It's always been in Salt Lake. We've been coming here for the last, I feel like every single year they've had it. We've been here 5 years. And we don't like to go to expos. If you don't treat us well, like I don't really care about money. And I think Dallin like paid us the first year and like we just kept coming back. He was like, well, like I'll pay you. It was like, I don't know, just get us a hotel, man. Like we enjoy it. Like you're a good dude. It's just a really good expo and he's always treated us so well. There's only been like a couple. LA Fit hasn't happened in a while, but what is her? I can't think of her name. But the owner, whoever runs LA Fit, we always used to go back to that because they just treat us so well. Mm-hmm. It goes a long way when you just treat somebody well. Right. And like really take care of them, make sure like a lot of times they'll pick you up from the airport and like just take it, like make sure we can get into the expo because a lot of times it's hard to get in the expo. So before COVID happened, Dallin had asked, he just wanted to make FitCon bigger and better. And he knows like how much influence we have with people and how much we enjoyed the expo. So he invited us to like buy in. So Rob, myself, and Keaton, because Keaton has so many connections here in Salt Lake. So he's a great partner to have. So we all like bought in to try to make FitCon just like bigger. Mm-hmm. And like we wanted to expand it. The first year that we bought in, COVID happened.
Oh no.
So that was weird.
Yeah.
So it's normally in an expo center, but honestly, this was like the best case scenario that ever happened because now that's why we've changed everything. So with COVID, we couldn't be in the convention center anymore. So we had to move the date back. So we pushed it back and then we took it outside because Utah's been pretty awesome and lenient with stuff. We did have to, it used to be in Salt Lake, so we had to move it outside of Salt Lake. It was outdoors. The first year they limited us to like 6,000 people and it just felt better outside. It wasn't 100 degrees. I think we're just unlucky. That's the only bad part with outdoor events. Like you have to deal with weather, and we dealt with that in Texas. Dallas. So, but the first year we did it, everybody loved it. Like people are walking around with like no shoes on. We have like little water slides for kids. We have a ton of like kids stuff. So we do like a little kid park, and it just felt like a music festival vibe, but fitness. So we're like, we did the first year we didn't have concert. So we're like, well, why don't we add a musical like vibe to it? Like it already feels like a music festival that's actually bring music, because music goes so well with fitness. We all listen to music. So we decided when we expanded to where were we?
Dallas.
Was that Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fort Worth. So we expanded our next place because we want to do this like all over the place. Like we're looking in Las Vegas, we're looking in Florida, we're doing one in Philadelphia now. But yeah, we added the concert, Friday night concert. It was so cool, and it was so cool to like actually see everybody like together.
Yeah,
and and I know Tommy, like no musicians are like performing live anymore.
Right.
And it's so sad. And there's so many people, like he had so much fun. And his band members, they were just so excited to be actually performing for people again. And that whole thing just made it awesome. So then we're bringing Tommy Vex back, and like, we're going to continue to keep this growing and like bring other musicians in and go to other places. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is my first one.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it.
It's grown. Like I like it because like behind us, did you see the BMX thing? There's professional BMXers. They have like this giant thing that they go up on and like a half pipe. They're gonna be doing like flips and shit. Wow. Like it's gonna be cool. Yeah. And we have night fights where they like get in. You saw it? So they actually dress up in like full. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah, it's like a medieval
times.
Really?
They like full armor suits. They have swords, and it looks like they're legitimately trying to kill each other. And I think they might.
Normally, you go to like it's like a medieval days type thing where they have events where the whole. I guess usually it's outdoor too, but everything's medieval. I've been to one before a long time ago over in California.
Renaissance fair.
Yeah. So I'm sure even for them being able to be involved in something like outside of when a Renaissance fair goes on.
Every avenue of fitness, like there's pole fitness, we have CrossFit, we have the Ninja Warrior stuff. Like it's just all encompassing instead of just being in a stale, stinky, farty convention center, because everyone's just, like I don't ever
all
want
that protein,
all the protein,
so many protein,
and like everyone shakes. Wearing like self tanner, it just smells like protein. Because like normally there's like FitCon used to have like a bodybuilding show, and we still want to add that to it. So that's something that we'll probably
but it's just expanded into other areas of fitness, which is very cool. It's expanded,
and it's always been pretty good with doing all types of fitness, but now it's like the music, the outdoors. It just feels more healthy too, because you're like outside in the sun. Feels good, feels right.
It feels more like a fitness festival. Versus like when you go to a regular fitness expo. It's like, okay, what are you gonna do?
Horrible.
You're gonna walk around. You're gonna stand in line. You're gonna go home with like way too many bags of like free samples of shit.
Yeah, and you're all like walking like close together. Here it's like everyone's spread out. It feels so much better,
and it's you can have more people there comfortably.
Yeah,
so if any of you are like me and don't want to be shoulder to shoulder, just like
I don't like
stuck, can't move,
don't want to just be smelling farts.
That's
BO and farts. Get outdoors.
Yeah, maybe next year we'll have an expression session stage.
Expression?
Okay.
Yes.
Gina about that.
Gina will run it.
Happening.
Gina will run it.
That was just for you guys. That was a private showing. That's all you get.
I feel like the world should see it.
We'll have expression session stage, and then we'll also have a live What's Behind My Back game show.
Where live stream where people like can ask questions in.
Yeah, I love it.
What's behind
Someone
my
actually
back?
from London asked. They're like, you're
a real accent.
with a real accent, not our really terrible
Where
ones.
can people find information for
just fitcon.com.
Okay.
FitCon.com.
Fitcon.com.
Coming to a city near you.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Philadelphia is next.
Very cool.
Philadelphia is actually, I think, giving us the convention center. Like for that one is going to be indoors because they just want people to come back.
Yeah.
And spend they need people to book hotels.
Right.
So they're like, hey, can you do this here?
Like bring something cool here because we need.
The city just needs money.
Right.
Like because no one wants to hang out in cities anymore.
Right.
So they're literally letting
Just to
us
bring some revenue in there.
bring some revenue to their city.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of hometown for us, so I don't mind.
Right. Awesome.
You ever been to Philadelphia?
I have not.
I've been once.
I don't really like it all that much.
What?
I was like, I don't really like it. I don't really like it all that much.
Yeah, I've been there one time. It was when I was in high school. We were in New York for dance. We were there for about a week, like a big group of us. And they had, like, when we were supposed to be flying out, they had one of the craziest, like, ice storms, snowstorms. And
weather is crazy there.
Yeah, everything shut down.
Yep.
And the only way we could get, like, I was there from my studio. So, like, the only way we could get all of us home is they started booking people from different flights. But a big group of us, we bussed to Philadelphia, stayed in a hotel, and then left the next morning. So, like, I didn't get to like see Philadelphia.
Yeah, there's
Right.
some
but
really cool parts. A lot
I
of
did see the Liberty
historical
Bell.
parts.
Yeah, I like that kind
And
of
then
stuff.
there's some really just bad parts.
They probably have some cool cemeteries.
Oh, I bet.
So we've decided to our listeners, Dana, Brooke, and I really want to plan a
Ghost
cemetery
hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to be ghost hunters.
Yeah. Well, you two are going to be the hunters. All the ghosts are just going to attach themselves to me.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's fine.
But yeah, I love cemeteries. Dana loves cemeteries. Brooke loves
I
cemeteries.
just like
so,
spooky stuff.
Yeah, spooky stuff. So yeah, that's our next trip we
We're
have to
gonna have,
plan.
Like the packs that you
Like the
wear.
Ghostbusters.
Slimer's going to be there.
a big vacuum.
Yeah.
It's in the chandelier.
No, you guys will just be like, no, it'll be like a leaf blower, and it'll just be blowing the ghosts onto me.
Like, no, guys, stop.
Stop! It's too many ghosts.
Or no, they'll automatically be attracted to you. So we'll be playing defense. We'll be blowing them off you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought I was the collector.
So if anyone
You are.
has
I just
information-
you say collector, so now I just picture you as like
the ghost
you've got like
Like a magnet.
You've got like you've got like cargo pants and like utility belts and all these little boxes that like when we blow one,
Yeah,
with the
like
leaf
in
blower, and
Ghostbusters,
you,
and put 'em-
you
you
open
open
it,
the
Yeah.
box
and it goes in there and you shut
Yeah.
it.
Click it.
Yeah,
and
they
I just
have
go
that
flush
box
them down the
that they
toilet.
would throw out on the ground. Like they threw the box out and it would.
Oh,
open.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so
I'm
if
flushing
anyone
them down
has
the toilet.
information on any ghost hunting equipment, just DM Brooke and
Just send us an
Send
email
the
to
links.
between the reps at
Yeah.
gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
yeah, send some links.
Yeah. No, we love it. All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
You guys got to go work out.
Yep.
I just get to sit in the shade.
You get to sit and watch.
Yeah, I'm going to sit and watch.
We're gonna be
I'm
making.
going to bring some White
We're gonna
Claws.
be making muscles,
Yeah.
and then afterwards we're
And
gonna.
I'll be making cellulite.
Oh, shut up! I'll have a White Claw after.
Gina loves to talk about how much cellulite she has and then gets so mad if me and Dana say anything about our
We
bodies.
just said we were holding waters.
No.
Shut up!
Shut up. I don't want to hear another word from either one of you.
God.
I'm holding a lot of water right
Yeah,
now.
you know, when you travel and we were eating not that great. Not
Yeah.
that great.
Travel, man. You just really can't be consistent with your training.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's really hard.
we go to the gym yesterday, and I rode the bike, and the gym was super crowded.
So tiny.
Super, yeah. And I'm already overwhelmed in a situation like that, and then being in kind of like a Globo gym setting, not really knowing how to do anything because
like
I'm so used to being told what to do.
It's like PTSD to like back when you would go to something like that, and you're one of the people that are like, well, what do I do?
I'm just confused.
I mean, I didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you guys found something to do.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It was
I think we were all
overwhelming.
feeling overwhelmed, but So Brooke and Dana they had found a
bar.
A bar.
We're like, ooh, there's
to
a
do
bar.
stuff. And so I was on the bike for like 30 minutes, and then I kind of walked around. I was like, I'll just sit here. So I just sat on the floor and watched him work out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
We got a good workout in today, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I got a way better workout in
a
today.
lot of volume.
If you, I know Dana said something, but it's in like North. So Lift is in North Salt Lake.
Whatever Station Park is.
Yeah, Station Park. It's
Yeah,
North
it's a cool
Salt
gym.
Lake. But
It's a
very
gym.
cool.
Yeah.
And it's big, tons of equipment, but it's like
The
spacious.
owners are so sweet.
Yeah. Spread
The
out.
Husband and wife, they're the sweetest.
So go check it out. All right, guys, are we wrapping it up?
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
check out FitCon for, I guess, like not for this
FitCon.com,
one, but
maybe for the next one.
Yeah,
Could be
just-
coming to
yeah.
a town near you.
yeah,
Yes.
you can keep up with it on Instagram. It's probably an easy
Yeah.
way. And we'll talk to you guys again
Next week.
real soon.
Don't forget to
Rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning.
And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep.
Wow. That was incredible. I don't think I've ever heard that.
We've done it a few times.
We've had to say it after every single one.
Okay.
All right.
and
And Dana,
like it.
thank you for being here with us.
Yes.
We're besties.
Yeah. I just love you so much.
And
All right.
thanks for a great birthday surprise.
Oh, you're welcome. We love you.
If you weren't there, I would have been so sad.
Oh,
My birthday is
we
in
were happy
August.
to be there.
August, so we gotta
My
start.
birthday's in August.
We gotta start planning.
Yeah. All right.
Talk to
Honestly,
you
now
soon.
we're really leaving.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.